Ha ha ha.
We are live.
We are live.
Live in effect.
Yes. Welcome. We're back.
Yes, we're back. And this is our first live stream for the TMI Podcast. My name is 44Noise.
Yo, Big Kev in the building, baby.
TMI Podcast, and
Yes,
I'm here to
sir.
talk my ish.
You
know
know
what
it.
I'm saying?
Yes.
DMode's here, so I gotta hit him with the yawn. And this time we got DMode.
Special guest in the building.
Special guest DMode. What up, DMode? How's everything?
Everything's good, bro. Always good.
There we go.
Man. It's forward, never back.
What do you say? Blessed, never stressed?
Blessed, never stress.
Mhm.
That's my shit. I love it.
That time, bro.
Word.
It's always a good vibe when I'm around. So it's all nice.
Facts. Bring the positive energy in there. I hear that. What up, Kev? How you been?
You know, man.
Good.
That goes to you. Yeah. Every day I wake up's a good day, man. Been busy. You know.
Hell yeah.
It's been a little while since we've been able to link between, you know.
We're back.
Yes, we are back. It's exciting, but yeah, with your work schedule, my work schedule, and different events going on, it's been hard to collaborate on episode 2. But we are here.
We're here
for episode 2. We brought a special guest because we figured we had to not only come back, you know, but we had to punch y'all in the face. You know what I'm saying? So
we had to come back and come back stronger.
You know, so that's why we here. You know what I mean? So who wants to go first? What have you been up to?
I'm chilling, man. Just been the same thing, just working. I switched jobs lately, so recently I switched jobs. So going from one schedule and pretty much a morning into afternoon schedule into straight up overnights. Like I call it the firefighter schedule. So I basically work like nonstop for 3 days and I have 4 days off. But you know, in the end, those 3 days suck. Those 3 days going into 4 days suck. But when I'm off, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, definitely worth it. What you been up to?
You know, I had to make my way. Me, the wife, the daughter, we all got our passports some months ago because a friend of mine was renewing his vows in Mexico with his wife.
Yo.
So I grew up with my brother in Cambridge. We both from the port, you know, 4-4 in the building, baby.
Know that.
And you know, I had to be there, man. He invited me in the fam. I had to be there to celebrate love because love is the most beautiful thing on this planet. So we had to be there, man. It was absolutely gorgeous. We spent 5 days in Mexico. It was breathtaking, man. We were on an all-inclusive resort. So all the food was free 24 hours a day.
Oh, shit.
All the alcohol was free. Everything was free, man. Everything was free.
Why does this? Where do I sign the application?
Oh, actually, I got a friend who I met in Mexico who's a travel agent. I could hook you up with her. She'll get you some good deals. Facts. I got you. Anybody needs that, you let me know. But so Mexico was absolutely amazing. Got to celebrate my boy and his wife and got to celebrate with some friends and their family, and it was so great, man. It was great to get out of the country. It was different. I don't know if y'all know this, but the septic systems in Mexico are different from America. In Mexico, they didn't tell us in our hotel until after they had to fix our toilet a couple of times. But they don't always flush they don't flush the paper down. So you pee and you piss and you shit inside the toilet. But you ain't supposed to flush the paper. You're supposed to put the paper in the trash, and then they come and clean it up.
Damn.
Which is weird as shit to me. But so after they clogged up we clogged the toilet a couple of times because that's what we do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We use paper because that's what you do, yo.
I used to throw it in the trash.
And right, we ain't throwing that shit. Like, right, who throws that shit in? My whole bathroom gonna stink now. So
yeah, word.
So that was different. But the third time I called to be like, hey, could y'all fix this? My man was like, hey man, let me ask you a question. Are you flushing paper down the toilet? I said, just the toilet paper, not like paper towels or anything. Right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, not anything extra. I'm not flushing towels or nothing. Just tissue. And he was like, no, here in Mexico, we don't do that. I was like, well, that's a shitty situation. Like, broski. So, yeah, so that happened.
They gotta keep it in the trash.
Yeah, they keep it in the trash, and they come to your room regularly. Like, you could call them to come pick your shit up.
That's crazy, bro.
Like, yo, come get my shit, bro. But it was dope, yo. We would get smashed and fucking sit by the pool and get smashed and go eat some food and then get smashed and take a nap and then go to a wedding and a reception. And it was such a great time, man. I'm really blessed to have great friends.
There we go.
But also, my daughter's dance season just came to an end. So she's been working all year on some dances. She was in a recital that had like 15 to 20 dances, and she was in like 4 or 5 of them. Pretty much the lead in a couple of them. She's just such a great dancer. I just really hope her passion for it doesn't go anywhere. Like I hope she sticks with it because she's gonna be absolutely amazing. Like she's so good. But yeah, she did that. We were just there recently. We had some family and friends come out support her. It was a good time.
There we go.
And besides that, man, just fucking working hard.
Events like that are cool. Like there's something about certain events like that. Like Brittany used to do. Was it color guard? Is that what it's called? Am I right on that one? Is it color guard?
With the flags and
shit?
Yeah.
So back in the day, like it's stuff like that. Wrestling, high school wrestling. It's events like that are just super dope for some reason. Like there's just so much good energy in the air because it's all parents.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all parents. It's all aunts and uncles and grandmothers, grandfathers. Like it's just such a dope vibe in those certain events. Like it really is, and it's for the community. Like it's not. It's one thing when you got an open mic up the street at Joe's Lounge, but something like that, like at your with the youth. See, anything with the youth is dope, man. Yo, I'm about to I'm trying to work in I'm not gonna name it because it's not official yet, but I'm trying to get into a middle school in Cambridge and talk to the youth about entrepreneurship and things of that nature. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's not official, but I gotta really solidify it and lock it in. We almost there though.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
It's going to be dope. Well, let's bring our attention back over to Mr. DMode here. My brother, what's going on there?
What's going on, y'all?
Now, fucking forewarning, I got to fucking let it be known that 98.5% of these questions I'm about to ask, I already know the answer to. Because this is my brother from another mother. Yo, I wanted to actually, before we get into some stuff here, Mr. DMode, I want to let it be known that, rest in peace, my grandmother. This guy right here, his mom and my grandmother were best friends growing up in Cambridge.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So it's pretty dope. That's something I had to let you know. I don't know if he was fully hip, but
no,
it's crazy.
That's amazing.
So Wanda, his mom, and my grandmother were like best friends growing up, and stories that. His mom's still alive, tells me all the time, like, about my grandmother and shit like that. And, like, dude, of course, back in the day, they wasn't supposed to, like, really be chilling. Back in the day, it's the whole, the white and the black, how
it was racist, guys.
Straight up racist. Yeah.
Okay.
So the whites were with the whites and the black, and however it worked, I don't know, because I wasn't alive. But long story short, man, they would chill. And they didn't care, like they get in legit arguments with people and straight up bar fights over it.
They were
like,
gangsters, females and short as shit too.
So it's like when we linked, of course we were boys. He grew up a couple blocks away from my house, but as time kept coming, we later found out, like, with his mom asking questions and my mom asking questions, it all came together, like. You guys, like my mom and his mom looking at each other like, yo, y'all don't even know. So, yeah, I had to let that be known. Definitely had to let you know because, of course, you grew up around my grandmother and my mom and everyone. So
yeah, man. Yeah, your grandmother was an unbelievable lady, man. She was such a great lady, man. I miss her.
Oh, yeah, man.
I mean, I've told you on and off air just bunch of shit, man. Your grandmother and my grandmother looking for me and your uncle all over Cambridge. And,
Word.
She was so great, man. That's so awesome that they were actually hanging out.
Yeah.
And that's why I loved your grandmother so much because, like, I'm that same type of person. I remember one time because I primarily hung around, 98% black people growing up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I grew up in Newtown Court.
Yeah.
All of my friends were Jamaican,
Yeah,
Haitian.
I can relate.
You know, fucking Spanish, Dominican. You know what I mean? Fucking Puerto Ricans. Like, you know, we had everything.
Yes, sir.
And anytime the white boys try to, you know, start that bullshit, yo, I was right there to stick up, dog, because there's no room in the world for that shit. Like, there's no reason. We are all here. We all have the same struggles, man. Like, the only difference is the complexion of our skin.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, we have the same mental issues. We have the same fucking emotions. We have the same organs, the same blood.
We're all built the same way. We all bleed
you know,
and break and all the same way.
I never understood until I got older what it was. You know? And it's just hate and envy.
And it was just you going through a childhood.
You know, like if you listen to what, you know, like elders who have knowledge, like it was Africans who taught like Europeans things, and once they figured out that they were in a sense inferior, you know what I mean? Like they were being taught by these dudes, and they were like, well, I think we better than these dudes. So how the fuck is these dudes better than us? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it stemmed from some hate, bro, for no reason. You know, instead of flourishing together as brothers, you know, you were like, nah, I gotta find out what he knows and then get the fuck rid of him.
There's more people.
You know, that greed.
Usually, what comes with it too, especially back in the days, when you have a large amount of people all going in one direction, you're probably gonna have the rest of the amount of people going with them. You know what I mean? So even even though people back then they wasn't on that time. They didn't care. They didn't want to be like that. But unfortunately, they kind of had to because
there were too many. Right. A lot of people who wanted to stick up didn't because they were afraid of the persecution as well. But like I took some ass whoopings for my brothers and sisters, dog. Like, because if you gonna punch him in the face, you gonna fucking punch me in the face as well, bro. Like, there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And before you swing at one of us, I'm coming at you, dog.
Word.
Like, I'm coming at you hard, yo.
Getting hit mid-swing.
You know?
You thought you was hitting first.
Like, shit. That's what I'm trying to teach my daughter right now, yo. She fucking dealing with some bullshit at school. These girls talking shit. So the girl wants to fight my kid, yo.
Oh, man.
So I was like, look, I don't want you fighting, but if she come at you, before she could even put her hand up, she comes squawking at you like blah 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 blah. As soon as she even do anything, then put her to the floor, bro. Put her straight to the floor. And when they call me, I'm gonna come running like, look, this little chick been bullying my kid. Told you about it. You know what I'm saying? Not bullying her, but like, you know what I mean? Just being a little mean girl, yo. These fucking 12-year-old, 13-year-old girls. 11, 12, and 13-year-old girls, these are little bitches, yo.
It's bad.
Like, it's fucking horrible, yo. These girls are really horrible to each other, yo.
Yo, I got a question with going with that, and I wanted to ask you this. How does that come with, do you think that goes with TikTok in some way, or social media? And like,
definitely social media.
Yeah.
I think unfortunately at some point parents allowed their kids to have too much screen time. Because it was an easy babysitter. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it was an easy remedy to shit.
Yeah, yep.
So then it became a problem. Now, you know, you go places, your kid starts going berserk, you give them a fucking iPad.
Yeah.
So now you live in a world where you don't deal with your kid, you don't interact with your kid. Yep. You know what I mean? You're too busy fucking doing what you doing in your phone or TikToking yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now your kid's on a fucking iPad all day. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to have that screen time, but there's got to be that break where you actually parent.
Interact.
You know what I mean? Because now I feel like the internet and social media took over parenting to a certain degree. Because there's a whole, like, kids having Snapchat. Not a fan of it. My kid has it because for the longest time I wouldn't let her have an iPhone. Yeah. Because I just didn't see the point of her being the only one in the family to not have a fucking Android. Because we all had fucking Androids. Right. So why should she have an iPhone? but it's because all of her friends had iPhones and she couldn't really communicate with them.
Of course.
So I was like, fuck it, you can't have an iPhone, but I'll let you have Snapchat so you can fucking talk to these kids.
That
But
works,
I mean, it was what I thought was a remedy at the time. But looking back at it now, I just opened the fucking door to a whole fucking sneaky, fucking, you know, like behind my back type shit.
Yeah.
Now, my daughter's not the type. Like, me, my wife, and my daughter, we all have good relationships with each other. So I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah.
But it could get to the point where her little fucking friends, and I say friends loosely, they're going to try to manipulate her. You know what I mean? Because I told her, don't get used to none of these fucking chicks because 90% of them are going to be out of her life in the next 5 to 10 years.
Legit, yeah.
You know what I mean? She's going to have a whole nother group of friends. She's going to have people that she knows is like, you know what I mean? Like, over the years, you know who the fuck is really there for you and who the fuck is just, you know what I mean?
Word.
So I told her she's going to weed through those people, but she's going to know that there's going to be a few really good snakes that you're going to think is your fucking friend, and they're going to ride with you for a while, and then they're going to fuck with you. Know what I'm saying? Like, it happens, yo. You got to be prepared to know that no matter how much you love anybody, everybody's, it's like, yo, I used to own a snake, right? Everywhere I fucking went with my snake, everybody wanted to take a picture, everybody wanted to hold it, but the first fucking question was, does it bite? That shit pissed me the fuck off because at the end of the day, everything on this planet with a mouth bites.
Word, legit.
Everything.
Yeah.
And if you're hungry enough, it don't matter how good you are, you're gonna snap at something. You know what I mean? Or if you fuck with something enough, it's going. You know what I mean? Does it bite?
Yeah.
That's the stupidest question in the fucking world, man.
It's a fucking snake.
Because a fucking gerbil's gonna bite you, a hamster's gonna bite you, a parrot's gonna bite you, a parakeet's gonna bite you. You know what I mean? People let parakeets nibble on them. People let dogs nibble on them. People, you know what I mean? Does it bite?
A fish will bite you.
You know what I mean? So that, like, that's what I mean with freaking people, bro. Like, dude.
No, if I heard someone ask that, that's like, yeah, no, it's just a snake.
Does it bite? Bro, does it bite?
Does it bite?
No, it just fucking nibbles, bro.
It just looks at you.
That is for you, sir. So back to you, my friend.
My friend DMode. Yo, so like I said, most of these questions I already know, but for the people out there in the world, you know, they're still getting used to the Mr. DMode, Mr. Grabba, and we'll talk about that later. Shout out to Mr. Grabba and the whole Smoke Right team. But yo, so, and I do want to ask this too. This is coming from me because I still don't know, and I should know this answer. The name DMode. Where does that name come from? My friend, because you had this name before we was even, you know what I'm saying? So like you had that name forever.
Mm-hmm. So technically, I'll be honest with you, it came from like, you know, like pain, aggression, and, you know, things I've been dealing with, you know, still, you know, to this day I don't deal with nothing no more, just letting you guys know. So that's just all long gone. I took my time.
There we go.
Keep my peace for a year. No social media, no phone, nothing. So if you can do it, if I can do it, you can do it. Just letting y'all know right now.
Because he rarely did it.
It brings you back to self.
For months.
It brings you back to self.
I know days or weeks.
Bro, I did that shit, yo. After my mom passed away, I got rid of social media. I mean, no, before my mom passed away, I got off of social media for a while. But then when my mom passed, I had to reach out to people that I didn't have no phone numbers for. Yeah. So I logged back into my fucking Facebook, and I've been fucking sucked back into the fucking black hole since. And that was legit like fucking 9 years ago now. So yeah.
You know,
but yeah.
The name came from, you know, beast mode, basically.
That's true. You get the comparison a lot in your music, you know what I'm saying? Like you're going beast mode. That's why I
kind of felt that. It was like some shit where you was like, you know, there was D and then there's D mode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where, you know what I'm saying? Like, Yeah, you know, like, yo, look.
I don't consider myself.
You might want to step back.
I bring a different kind of wave. It's not the same shit that everybody else brings up. I consider myself a storyline rapper, so I talk about the life I live, things that I go through, the things that we all can relate to. I'm a relatable rapper. I don't do the same shit I don't want to do the same shit everybody else does. That's how we all are. We're all relatable rappers, and we all bring a different kind of wave to the table. You know what I mean?
Now I hear that, like with especially with you and K9, you guys say, you know, sometimes I be rapping about just crazy shit because, you know, I mostly just like kind of have fun, and then I push him and K9, you know what I mean, like to the max. But so that's why I bring up you and K9 is because sometimes you guys will say stuff that hit hard. Like I just be saying whatever sometimes. I'm fucking like just I'll rap about aliens, but.
Yo, I'm with it.
But D and K9, they will say certain stuff that'll have you thinking, like, oh shit, whoa, okay, all right.
I mean, I just like putting stupid words together and shit. You know what I mean? Like flapjacks and ass cracks.
Flapjacks, ass cracks. I came back with the black Mac in the back of it.
Yeah, she showed up with a black mask.
She black mask.
I try to make you feel it, though. I try to make you feel where I'm coming from because, like, I always mention people I lost too in my music. You know what I mean? So that's what people gotta understand too. A lot of people might mention it, but they mention it in a different way. Me, I mention it because I grew up with the people. I lived around them. Yes, I've lived around them. They lived around me. You know what I mean?
Y'all playing ping pong?
You know, shit like that. So
it's not really wrong.
I do this for the people that I lost. That's why I mention it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep going for it. Like it's a lot better now the way I do my music now. And my EP that I'm gonna drop soon is gonna show a lot of people that as well.
It's gonna be fire, bro. How many songs again?
Like 6.
That's gonna be dope. Nice little EP. My guy DMode got some fire.
Unreleased, nothing dropped. Nobody knows about it unless you've been to the shows.
Yeah. Unless you've been to the shows, you haven't
heard the music, you don't know about it or nothing. You guys will definitely love it. I promise you. It's different. It brings a different vibe. It makes you think about the people you lost. Everybody you lost, honestly.
Yeah, it's some hard hitting music. Like on Main 3.
It hits you. It touches you. You'll think about something you got into. It does.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't promote violence.
Yeah, where?
No violence in my music. I don't talk about killing somebody or shooting somebody up. I don't do because I've never done that.
Now they talk about that, like in Main 3, bro. I was just spitting whatever, but you and Luke was really saying some real shit. But I got so much music out where you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I already said the same stuff so many times, like some of the stuff that I've been through. So now I just rap about fucking, like you said, flapjack.
You fuck it. Ass cracks and flapjacks.
But I like to give
bitch got a black mask. Fuck it.
I like to give them the opportunity to get what they need to get off their chest because it's really their time now.
Yeah.
Because when I was like 20, 21, he was there, 20, 21, 22, I was already like, damn, I already said somebody. Because I was out the streets at like 22-ish. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, I already said fucking shit. My turn's up. You know what I'm saying? So.
Fuck yeah, bro.
No, I definitely see where you're coming from on that.
Well, what I want to know is what made you get into music in the first place?
Well, first of all, I was his manager at first before all this music shit became. But I also grew up with music too. I could mention this too. When I was a youngin', I was maybe like I would say 11 years old. Even before that, I got into like scratching, DJing, and all that extra shit back in the day.
Okay.
Like music was always like a thing of mine too. I've always listened to like anything from 70s, 80s, R&B. I never started off with hip hop. So that started off the way from that to being hip hop to being. I've listened to rock, country. But I'm not crazy on country because country is different. But rock shows a different aggression too. It brings in a different. Yeah, it brings in the side of you that you want to bring in that you don't bring in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the rest is just more either mellow or another aggression as well. You know what I mean? But all my music, I keep it real, and I don't change from that. I don't want people to hate want people to love it.
Yeah.
So positivity, not negative.
The more positive energy in this world, the less negative. You know what I'm saying? We can overpower the negative energy that's going on in this world just by spreading more and more positive vibes, man. That's what it is.
Goal.
I be killing negative vibes. I actually fucking enjoy it. It's like a fucking hobby, dude. Like when people try to bring negative vibes in the room, I'll twist up the whole fucking thing, and it's amazing. Like, I love it. I don't take take life serious, but don't take life too serious to the point where you're gonna ruin everyone else's day.
Yeah.
And I just love fucking with those kind of people because then they go, because if they're smart enough, they'll sit back and go, shit, you just
killing motherfuckers.
I mean,
did that.
Those are like the people that I like to seek out. Like when I'm at work and there's like dudes like grumpy as shit walking around looking like somebody pissed in their Cheerios. I'm like, bro, how you doing today? Oh, nice. Sorry to hear that. You want a hug?
Yeah.
A fucking hug. Bro, you know, just trying to lighten it up, bro.
Just
like
offering a hug, my friend.
Bro, like, chill out, bro. Dap up, something. I just want you to smile, big dog. Or like this other dude the other day, man, he was looking hard, like something was fucking his day up. And I was like, bro, I need you to do me a favor, bro. I need you to put that smile away before you hurt somebody. And he fucking snapped out of it real quick. He was like, oh, shit, man, my bad, bro. And I was like, nah, you good, bro. Just, I like to be that reminder that, like, look, we all got reasons to be pissed off. We all got reasons to be hurt and upset. And, the world's got a way of the universe has got a way of, like, still throwing curveballs and knuckleballs and fucking fastballs at your face regularly. But, like, it's all in how you handle it, dog. It's all, look, it's all in your frame of mind. It's all in the energy that you put out there, man. If you have negative energy, you're going to attract more negative energy, but the more positive energy you have, the more positive radiates around you, like the fucking law of attraction, man. That power is strong. I don't know if y'all ever seen that shit.
It's real.
You can never
Have you ever heard of the law of attraction?
Yeah, law of attraction.
Bro, you already know.
That shit is.
I have a lot of that in my life.
That shit is dope, bro. The law of attraction is amazing if you actually put it to good use, man.
I could probably count maybe like.
I actually know so much about it. It's somewhat like saved my life. I swear to God, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yo, it saved my life, man. It's the reason I'm in SAG right now. I'm in the Screen Actors Guild, the Actors Union.
There you go.
And it's because of that, yo. Like I was unemployed at the time, looking on Craigslist for work, and I found I found a gig to be an extra in a TV commercial, a Visa commercial. The ad didn't say what kind of commercial; it just said a commercial.
Yeah.
So it said, "Are you a Patriots fan?" I said, "Fucking right, I am."
Hey, yo.
I said, "Do you want to be in a commercial?" I said, "Fucking right, I do." They said, "Well, get paid to come on down and just be in a commercial." I said, "Where the fuck do I sign up?" You know what I mean? So I fucking hit the shit. I got connected to it. They hit me back within literally within like 10, 20 minutes at the most. And the dude was like, hey, you still want to do it? And in my mind, I was like, I just hit send. Bro. You hit like it was. So I was like, yeah, of course I do. He was like, all right, could you come at 5 o'clock in the morning to the Boston Commons dressed in whatever Patriot gear you got? I was like, cool, I got you.
Word.
So I showed up. We're walking around, and one of the guys is like, hey, you guys, you go over there to the prop guy. They're going to give you some stuff to wear, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, Okay. So we go over, and the fucking lady looks at me, and she was like, got the perfect thing for you. And I was like, okay. She was like, come with me. I was like, okay. She was like, take this hard hat. I was like, all right. Put the hard hat on. She was like, all right, take this hula skirt. I was like, yeah, that's not going to fit.
Yeah.
That's a little too small right there. We're going to need 2 of those bad Larrys. So we tied 2 hula skirts together, right? So she was like, all right, now you're going to take this wheelbarrow. And she went into the back of this fucking truck and she pulled out these rubber ribs, like barbecue ribs. They were like barbecue ribs, but they were rubber. And she breaks out, I don't even think I can mention the name, some barbecue sauce, some well-known barbecue sauce. And she douses these fake ribs with real barbecue sauce, And she's like, all right, they're inside the wheelbarrow. And she's like, all right, what you're going to do is you're just going to walk with this wheelbarrow full of ribs, and that's it. You're the wheelbarrow with the ribs guy. I was like, oh, okay. And then the director was like, all right, You with the ribs. All right, get right behind him, which was the main actor and the whole focal point of the commercial. He was like, all right, you get right there behind him. So like in the commercial, when the commercial opens, the first thing you see is the main actor who's supposed to be like going to a fucking Patriots game with his two boys, and then me and a whole bunch of other people behind him. But you see me walking with a wheelbarrow full of ribs yelling like, go Patriots, you know what I mean?
Yo.
And it's like 1 second of me walking with ribs. But what had happened is because in the commercial, my face isn't just like a blur in the background. You could actually see my face.
Yeah.
They had to upgrade me to, instead of an extra, they had to upgrade me to what's called a principal worker, which means like I was totally visible, yo. You could see my likeness. Like you could tell that's Kevin. You know what I mean?
I need to see this commercial.
So on spot, they paid me more money, right? They paid me more money. The guy called me and he was like, hey, listen, here's the deal, yo. We went through our footage. You're in all of it. He's like, we need to upgrade you to a principal worker. I was like, what does that mean?
Get
he was
paid
like,
to push ribs.
Yo, he was like, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna fucking
meat supplier.
Supply this meat, baby. Supply this meat, girl. You know what I'm saying?
He was like, what we're gonna do is overnight FedEx you a check for the upgrade because it's a higher pay rate. And yeah, he was like, honestly, that makes you eligible to be a SAG member. He was like, I'd call them and see what's up. So I was like, oh, all right. So I called SAG and I was like, hey, I was just in a commercial. I was blah, blah, blah. Like, what's the deal? They were like, oh my God, yeah. So how it works is if you're extra in a movie 8 times, then you become eligible to be in SAG. You could then be in the Actors Union and get different rates and special things and blah, blah, blah. But if you do something like a principal worker or something with words or something like that, you're automatically eligible. So because of my upgrade, I was automatically eligible to be in it. So they were like, yeah, you're good to go. He was like, do you want to pay the fucking the initiation fee and then be in SAG? You got to pay dues twice a year and you got all these fucking advantages and blah, blah, blah. I was like, cool, yo.
I didn't even know they had something like that.
So now because I'm in
like
SAG,
Actors Union.
Yep. So now because I'm in SAG, I'm now eligible for residuals on the commercial. So what happens is it plays on Thursday night football, plays on Sunday football, Sunday night football, Monday night football. The commercial's playing fucking from September when it opened. No, this was like 13 years ago.
That's still fire. I want to see it.
Oh, it's on YouTube. We can find it.
Oh, I'll show it yes, we will be playing that. Yes, 100%. That'll be playing.
So already seen it too.
Like every 2 weeks, they started sending me checks in the mail. It was like an $800 check, a $2,000 check, a fucking $1,500 check, like mad different numbers, bro. And
pulling up with the meat.
By the time the season was over. It was a good like $14,000-$15,000, yo, that I had made off of that commercial, dog. And that paid for it was like $3,000 to go into SAG. So like I paid that shit up front and then I just got it all right back, yo. Like it was so dope. And now that was in 2009. So that was a while ago now.
Yeah, that was from now. Yeah,
that was a while ago now. I've been in the acting.
So fucking
but cool. So now, every year they have the SAG Awards on television where they vote on shit just like they do for the Academy Awards and the Oscars and all of that. So they vote on the SAG Awards and shit. Right. That's all union members that vote.
Okay.
So every year they send me DVDs. They send me links to watch things that are literally still in movie theaters. So while everybody was going to see fucking Wakanda Forever in the theaters, I had a link on my phone to watch that shit on my TV at the crib. Yeah, I mean, I'd hook up the phone to my HDMI, right into my TV, and we'd watch fucking Wakanda Forever on my TV at the crib while you had to pay $20 to go in the movies to watch it.
Ain't no entrance fee at the crib over here. We in the back with it. You understand?
Yo, the shit was dope, dog. And it's dope every year. Like that's what we do, yo. The shit is off the hook. Like as long as you paid your dues up to date, Like they send you all of these shit, and I get to vote on that shit, yo.
I never knew it was an actors union.
Yeah, man, they look out, and there's certain shit. Like I get emails all the time about roles that are going on, but a lot of it says non-union, so I can't do it.
I gotta go fucking sign up. I'll play John.
I mean, I'll send you whatever the fuck I get that I can't apply to.
Look up like John Wick's son.
I mean, we can see, but that's like a talent agency you're gonna have to sign up with and shit like that. They just send me some like what's going on in the near future type shit. If you want to be in a commercial, here.
You know what's crazy?
We're looking for twins. We're looking for a black family. We're looking for a family of 4.
I had an opportunity to last minute opportunity to be in Don't Look Up.
Mm.
You ever heard of that?
No.
It was filmed in Boston, and I forgot. We'll throw that in there, but I forgot who was in the movie. Some big actors, huge actors. That it was filmed in Boston, and all the actors were staying at a hotel I was doing security at. And someone from Netflix just so happened to try to throw me in last minute into a couple spots, and I didn't want to do it because it was during the pandemic and it was a mess. But the movie came out, and it's a huge movie.
Mm.
We'll throw it in there.
That's another reason that I didn't really do any work in the last like 4 years is because of the pandemic. They wanted every person to be vaccinated, and I'm not.
That's what it was too. It was I had to be vaccinated. I had to stay in a hotel room.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm not vaccinated. Yo. Nah, that's not for me.
My uncle right now is actually just mentioning cancer. My uncle right now is doing one of my uncles is doing cancer right. Has cancer right now. He's fighting and shit in the hospital and all that. So he's the reason why I don't.
Well, so I mean,
don't get vaccinated. He's the reason why I don't get vaccinated.
So here's my thing, man. Is I'm just like, I feel like when it happened, it was just forced so hard on us. Not only was it forced hard, but then they started taking people's lives away from them. They're like, hey, your grandparents are gonna die, your kids are gonna die, you're gonna lose your job, you're gonna lose your house, you're gonna lose. You know what I mean? Like you can't go anywhere without a mask or a fuck. Like,
and then where's all those
restrictions? It was so
now?
hard. Well, there's none of them anymore, but that's because they have so many people vaccinated now that what they were trying to do.
It was like a mission. It was a mission.
It's already been done.
Yeah, it's like done. The mission's done.
But that's the problem. Like, is they use the fear tactic, is when they scare you to think you're gonna lose everything that you fucking love, yo. But so I was like, look, here's my thing, yo. This the vaccination was developed way too quickly in my eyes.
Yep.
I was like, bro, this is going on. You're still telling us that we don't know anything about this shit, but yet you're like, yo, we got the remedy. Take this shit. Now, here's my thing. Now, obviously, it's not the flu, but that was everything that they were saying. The closest thing we can compare it to is the flu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they were like, yo, we basically took the flu vaccination and tweaked it to this shit so that it would, you know what I mean? And in my eyes, I was like, but bro, to me, that's like taking Pepsi and turning it into Diet Pepsi and Pepsi Zero and Pepsi Clear. Now, you had that original recipe, but you tweaked it for a diabetic or for a vegan or for whatever. And now it's not the same. It's not the same thing anymore. You know what I mean? It's now a different thing. So I'm like, there's no research on this shit. There's no nothing. I'm like, I don't trust my. Oh, and the government was like, yo, we're gonna give away money and college scholarships to people who get it. Like, we're gonna hold a lottery, and I'm like, bro, that's just this government giving something away for free like that. There's something not right with that.
That vaccine fucked me up.
But no, to be a hundo though, like. Us staying away from each other for so long, that brought all of our immune systems down. So, of course, when they opened it back up, of course, people were getting sick, vaccinated or not. You know what I mean? Because all of our immune systems were so down because we weren't taking any germs anymore. It was just the same germs in your crib.
I think the worst experience I had during the pandemic, like I didn't stress it too much, but there was an experience I had like a fucking quick little shout out to everyone that's on here, by the way. Shout out to Constant Music and a couple other people. I see y'all.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all subscribe.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Everybody who's here, everybody watching and will watch.
Hell yeah.
Sure, they got some more questions for me, so stay tuned.
Yo, definitely,
but,
man.
I think what it was like, So I was working at this hotel I was doing security for, and I seen literally like 100 people get fired in front of me. And that's the only thing that was like that kind of stressed me out real quick because it all happened in like 5 minutes. You remember I was talking to you that day. I'm like, yo, I just seen this whole fucking place get laid off.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro.
what the fuck is going on right now? And then when I left from there and then seeing it spread out, I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on right now? This is crazy.
So when COVID hit, I was working at one of the best dispensaries in Massachusetts, and I had been there for almost 4 years. And when COVID hit, they literally laid off between the multiple locations that we had about 75% of the staff. So they basically went down to skeleton crews at all 3 different locations.
How do you even
And
bounce
got
back
rid-
from that?
Yo,
Yeah. That's
well, so what they did was they sold to another company.
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
bought them out.
It makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, man, like that shit was crazy, yo. Like I showed up to work one day and watched all of my friends leave. Like they literally got called into the office one by one and sent home, and I wasn't because I was protected. But so some people know, some people don't know. My wife has an autoimmune disease. She doesn't really like to talk about it much because people kind of look at her a little bit differently about it. But like at the end of the day, yo, like because of my wife's situation, I'm covered by FMLA. You know what I mean? Like they can't fire me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like
familiar with that.
you know what I mean? Like they can't just fire me on some crazy shit, yo. So I watched all my friends get fired, and then I went home, and 2 days later, because I had a day off, and the day I was supposed to go in, on my day off, I got an email saying that they wanted to have a conference call with me, like a Zoom fucking thing with me. And I was like, oh, babe, they're going to fire me. And she was like, but babe, they can't fire you. So I was like, well, I don't know what the fuck. So they were like, yo, look, what we're gonna do is we fired people and we laid some people off. Like we're just gonna, like, you can collect unemployment, stay at home, like you're not fired. You know what I'm saying? We need some time. We're gonna have a limited crew with your situation. You don't need to be here around this. Like they dressed it up and made it beautiful. And then eventually it was just like, well, the company's gonna go a different way when we do open back up, and since it is definitely a harmful area for you to be in. Maybe it would be best that you find a different position someplace else, type shit. You know what I mean?
A safer environment type stuff.
Yeah. So they kind of helped me out the door easily. You know what I mean? But
with ease.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, I met some unbelievable people at that position. I healed a lot of people, and that's all dude. Most people come into the dispensary, they already know what they want, yo.
Yeah.
They already know what they want. A lot of people just want somebody to fucking talk to, yo.
Word.
Yo, Kev, dog, yeah, man, my fucking girl was talking that shit again today. It was a fucked up day, bro. You know I'm gonna need one of them pre-rolls, dog. Hook me. Actually, you know what? Fuck that pre-roll. Let me get an eighth today, bro. Let me get an eighth.
You
know what I mean?
25,
and then,
man.
you know what I mean? And then there were some other people like older ladies, like in their like 40s and 50s, who like are having problems with their like grandkids or their kids or whatever. And they just want like a quick hug, yo. You know what I'm saying? So you come from behind the register, you throw a quick fucking hug at them, bro.
Yep.
Or even like when you dap a dude up and you like embrace him, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes that extra little, you know what I mean? Like just to let a motherfucker know you did, dog. Like, yo, I'm high, so I don't even remember if we touched on it in the last episode. But like we're all energy, man. And this is just the vehicle that drives this body while we're here. You know what I mean? Like our energy, man, is important. We're here to connect with each other. This is what we're here for, is the human experience. But we all feel alone together.
Yeah.
And we're not, but it's because the 1% make us feel like that. They make us segregated about everything, about race, about class. You You know what I mean? About position, about status, about everything. If you ain't got the freshest J's on, you a bitch ass motherfucker.
Yeah, they're trying to split us up. Yeah.
Like, fuck all that. Yo.
We all won.
Right here. I got some motherfucking
feelers in the world.
Motherfucking Grant Hills on, goddamn it. Motherfucking Grant Hills, because I'm
my dog got some Crocs on over here too,
bro.
Hey, don't.
But like,
I got the black. I got
but it's okay. But like, the moral of the story for me is that like, my kicks don't fucking matter, yo. Whether my kicks cost me $10 or $200,
it don't define.
It don't define who the fuck I am. And honestly, for me personally, as an individual, I can't see myself. I can't rationalize paying $200 for a pair of sneakers. It's just not where I come from, yo. Like, you know.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, there were a couple of, like, yo.
Not happening.
So these joints right here, these feelers, I got these because when I went to the website to look at them, because, you know, Facebook advertises everything.
Yeah, right.
Them shits is fire, though.
Yo, the original Grant Hills, bro. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Yo, the original Grant Hills, these was fly back in the days, and they got all sorts of styles and shit, too. And these are the Grant Hill ones. They got Grant Hill 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I got the Grant Hill jersey to go with that motherfucker. And that's the wave I'm on right now. So my next shit.
Shout out to Big Kev. He's legendary with the jerseys. Just letting y'all know.
Appreciate you.
Anytime you see him, he got the most legendary jersey.
Yo, I try, man. I try. My next move though, I think I'm gonna get an Allen Iverson jersey with the Allen Iverson kicks. Because them shits is fire, yo. The Allen Iverson joint. Also, I'm gonna get a pair of Ken Griffey Juniors with a Ken Griffey jersey. So yo, I was at the Garden for a Celtics game, right? This dude walked by me with an ill Allen Iverson jersey, right? Well, I think when they switched the jerseys over to like the black and red ones, but I think it was like an all red jersey. I think it was all red, and he had a pair of red fucking J's on, right? So I was like, bro, I love the Allen Iverson jersey, but you gotta rock a pair of Allen Iversons with that shit, dog.
Yeah, it only makes sense.
You know what I mean? And he's like, yo. He pulled that card. He was like, you obviously don't know how rare these J's are. I was like, bro.
It don't even matter.
He was like, yo, these J's are $600 J's.
Word, it don't even matter.
I said, fuck your $600 J's, bro. You look like a clown wearing a pair of Jordans with a fucking AI jersey, bro. That's just my opinion, bro. To each his own if that's what you do. But to me, that makes no sense because I'm the dude, like, back in my day, perpetrating was a thing, yo. Y'all know what perpetrating is?
You couldn't do one thing.
So you couldn't wear a pair of Nikes with a champion shirt and an Adidas pair of sweatpants. You had to wear like all Adidas. You
gotta keep it all the way down.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you can't have a Nike hat with some feeler kicks, bro. You know what I mean? Like kids nowadays wear like everything. And like we didn't do that shit back in the day. Like for the most part, like you matched and you were style with your shit, yo. Like we were baggy and shit and crazy, but like we had style, bro. We had style.
Shout out to real quick. Shout out to Solo Dexter, shot by Solo Dexter. Main 3 out right now on YouTube, doing some crazy numbers. Everyone, shout out to Solo Dexter. Shot a crazy movie.
Hey, yo, y'all gotta get me doing some skits on one of these albums, or songs or something.
Yeah, we gotta have him pull up at the next video because he's gonna be the freshest one there.
Yo, I mean, I told you there's a website y'all can get custom jerseys, mad cheap, dog.
Yeah, word.
Mad cheap, dog. Like the jersey itself, just plain, starts at like $20, and then like the logo, the name, everything you add is like $5. Yo, fully decked out, the jersey comes out to like fucking $60, bro.
Your own custom jersey.
And they're original
bro.
jerseys.
Bro, when we cut this shit off, I'll show you them shit, yo. I got this one's an actual. This is a fucking. This is
it's an actual.
This is a Mitch and Nash, yo. This is legit, yo. But like these shits, yo, I got official. This is official tissue right here.
To keep it real with you, bro, I used to really watch basketball like early 2000s. Like I used to actually visualize it because it used to always be on the TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was always just impressive, like the Larry Bird stage,
bro, I love that's what I grew up with, the Larry Bird stage.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Freaking Bill Russell, like everybody used to talk about Bill Russell. And that was
because Bill Russell, everybody is like, yo,
Munchie.
because Bill Russell played when there was only like what 6 or 8 teams or some shit. They're like, oh well, he had no competition. In my eyes, that means only the best fucking players were playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That means only the best fucking. You know
when
what
was
I mean?
that?
The 50s into the 60s.
Yeah.
So there was only 6 to 8 teams.
Something like that. Yeah, there was like under 10 teams or only up to 12 teams max, but I think it was like 6 to 10 teams at the time.
That's fucking
like there
crazy.
wasn't many teams.
Yeah, so what you said, there has to be the best players within that because
right, because now with all these teams and shit, you know what I mean? Like half of these bench players are like, you know, just decent guys.
Yeah.
But like back then, like your bench must have been squad too, dog. You know what I mean? Like everybody's team must have been fucking like they couldn't have been scrubs, dog.
Yeah, it's only legends.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to top it all off, like it wasn't like Bill, like when he was winning chips against the Lakers, like it wasn't like he was going up against nobody's, yo.
He was going up against tanks,
like he was going against fucking legends of the game, dog. Like they were taking championships from each other, dog. Like how do you discard that, bro?
Word.
And Bill owned a whole decade, dog. Like fuck 2 3-peats, dog. This dude won like 8 or 9 in a row, bro.
Really?
My man played 13 seasons and got 11 fucking rings. And not only that, nephew, not only that, but Bill Russell is the first fucking dude in the history of first and only dude in the history of the NBA to be a player and a coach at the same exact time. He was
no,
bro,
wait, I didn't know that.
He was the head coach, bro. He was the head coach of the Celtics, still playing for the Celtics, and won a fucking chip, dog.
That was legal.
Like the dude, dog, stop it. Bill Russell is just, come on, dog.
I heard they're bringing that back with like LeBron James is trying to do that, where you can have ownership of a team while playing for the team.
Well.
I heard they're trying to do something
because
like
he's
that.
planning on retiring. From what I hear, he's planning on retiring, buying a team in Vegas.
Oh, that's regular.
Drafting his son, and then playing because he's going to try to push that where you can play for a team. But it's if you could come out of retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
It's a coming out of retirement thing. So he has to retire, own the team, and then he can come back and play for that team if they pass this thing. And if they do that, they're saying he's going to draft his son and then play with his son and be the first person to ever draft their kid, play with their kid, and own the team that they're playing for.
That'd be fucking legendary. That would
definitely be legendary, but he's still no MJ. He's still not MJ, dog. Like, I'm so sorry. Look, I'll be honest. Like, people look at me like, bro, you hate LeBron James. And I don't hate the dude at all. He is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen that dude do some crazy shit and amazing shit against every team and every player in the fucking league.
Yeah.
But what I've also seen the guy do is give the fuck up in important games.
Yeah.
I've seen him not put any effort anymore. I've seen him give up on his team, bro. And that's something I've never, ever seen out of Kobe or Michael.
Never.
And that's what sets the two of them apart from LeBron.
And
that's why he will never, in my eyes, be better than them. Because they always had that, give me that motherfucking ball. And LeBron is, like, he wants to be the facilitator, yo. You know what I mean? And he'll pass up that shot and give it to somebody else, yo.
Yeah, you're right.
But MJ, he wanted to ride or die with that shot. I mean, he gave it to a couple of people. Kerr hit some shots. Fucking Armstrong hit some shots. But, like, MJ wanted to put it in your fucking face, bro. Kobe wanted to put it in your fucking face, bro. Like, they were assassins, dude. And LeBron is just a freak of nature. He's a beast, dog. He's amazing, but he's not either one of those dudes. You know what I mean? Like, he'll always be number 3 in my eyes, yo. And that's because Bill Russell's not in that conversation. Because if we want to go by rings, then Bill is the deaf GOAT, bro.
All the time.
But Mike changed the whole game. Like, Mike came in the league when the league was dying, bro, and he lit that shit on fire, bro. He lit that shit on fire, dog.
I was watching the movie Air. Have you seen that?
I did watch that movie. That shit was dope. That shit was Air.
Basketball movie.
Yep. Well, the basically how they got the Air Jordans to happen. Like, yo, it was a good story, yo. But you know that's the Cambridge kids, yo. That's Ben right there. He wanted to tell that story, dog. Like they made that happen.
Yeah, they had
Ben
Chris
and Matt,
Tucker in
bro.
there, too. That was pretty good. That was pretty smooth.
Who's this go to?
Yeah.
I don't even remember. Pretty sure that's you.
I'm good though.
He said, I'm good. I give up. I'm
Yeah.
pulling a LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to hit DMode with the next question anyway.
Hey, yo, hit him with it.
We got a couple more. So meeting, I don't know who Noise is, but meeting Noise.
Who's that noise guy?
Who's that Noise guy?
When
Meeting
did-
Noise.
when did you meet him?
How did you meet him? When did you meet him?
And why did you stay friends with him?
Yeah. He's a weirdo. What's going on with
He's
that
a
dude?
big weirdo. I've seen this whole kid's life.
Why are you friends with that dude?
I've seen the evolution
we
of this kid.
need an explanation.
From like running around the house doing crazy shit to now like running an empire almost. You know, like he's well on his
Yeah,
dude,
word,
you are
man,
well
no
on your
shit.
fucking way, bro. Cut it the fuck out. Like this young man right here is literally on his way to be doing some absolutely amazing shit. Even more amazing than he's already achieving.
Danny just texted me, big weirdo.
Big weirdo. See, Danny knows. I don't even know Danny, but Danny knows.
Shot by Solo Dexter, big weirdo gang. We out there.
Yo, get
But
him.
not meeting me.
Alright,
So yeah, how'd you meet this Looney Tune?
I mean, I knew, like I said, you know, we were just talking about earlier about how our families knew each other, so it just kind of it built like that in its own. You know what I mean? Like from after his grandmother dying to my mother being close to his mom and shit. You know what I mean? So from then to that, us two knowing each other. I mean, we knew each other since even before then, but it wasn't like we was with each other all the time. You know what I mean?
So clearly there's a brotherhood here.
Yeah.
So how did that blossom?
Over time, honestly, being around people that we knew growing up, you know, especially
Yeah, a lot of
shout out K9.
You know how Cambridge is, bro. You grew up in Cambridge.
Sure
you know what I'm
do.
saying? And
Cambridge kid all day.
Everyone's related. Everyone's close. So
Big,
how it started too was my brother's.
Oh yeah,
My
I
brother
got
Scott.
unblood brothers and cousins.
Word. My brother Scott went to
Yeah.
went to King Amigos, and
Okay.
I went to Kalo. When I transferred from Kalo to King Amigos in I think it was 6th grade, I obviously started chilling in the coast a little bit, and my brother lived in the coast right next to Hoyfield. So my brother, a lot of people don't know this too. My brother knew everybody before me. I didn't know DMode, Devon, K9, J Bills. I didn't know them. A lot of people don't know that. Scott put me on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when I was chilling on the coast, getting in trouble in the coast, running around being crazy, because we definitely was doing some wreck shit. Shout out to Shot by Solo Dexter. Shout out to B Luke.
Yo, what up, B?
Shout out to the guys. But yeah, that's kind of how we met too. Like my brother knew everybody, so I was chilling around my brother so much. We was BMXing in the coast, always on the bikes and shit, and we was always chilling in the coast. So that's kind of how it formed. I met Jossie, mistaked K9 for Jossie.
Yeah, that's good.
Ended up chilling with him that day because I'm like, okay, so that's not him, but this is his fucking brother who's like literally a year apart from him. I'm just gonna chill with him for the rest of the day. Then I see his brother, so it all just came together, and we all, it was all come to one, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Form like Voltron.
Yeah. It just never changed, and like
my brother lived literally in Hoyfield, and that's where everyone, that's where everyone chills.
Fucking right.
It's a show spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless of where you're from, I feel like Hoyfield is always gonna be that show spot for kind of anybody. You know what I mean? Like you really kid, man. As long as you're respectful, come with the respect, and people are gonna have respect for you. That's what I love about Cambridge, right? Coming from Cambridge, we're gonna have respect for you as long as you come with respect. And I think Hoyfield was definitely a good spot to hang out in back in the day, growing up. For real.
Yeah,
I mean, I got some good friends from the coast.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely relate to that and agree with that, man. Hoyfield was a spot for a lot of sessions.
Word.
A lot of good times in Hoyfield.
Hoops in hell, all that.
A lot of good times.
We grew up just as a very like positive duo, honestly. Like, we never really fought each other, never had peace with each other. You know what I mean?
I like friendships like that. Like, I got a lot of boys who are like, yo, me and my boys, we could beat each other up and still be best friends afterwards.
I don't understand.
I'm not exactly that type of friend. Yeah.
Really.
That's not exactly my style. I'm like, look, if we got to actually fight each other, we like, I don't know. I mean, I get it. Because that's kind of like a brotherhood in itself, too. Because, you know, with your brother, you like, you motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and then you still brothers after that. So I guess I get that part of it, that brotherhood of it. But, like, I don't know. I don't really have many friends in my life now that I've had, like, fist fights with. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I've had some where we've gotten in fist fights together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna talk to him. Like,
word.
You gonna talk, what? Like, yo.
You end up swinging on the person before they
Yo, right. Be like, yo, but yo, man, I get it. You know, it's that brotherhood.
Yeah, bro, it's never gonna change.
Fuck yeah.
You can't take, you know, that for granted, honestly. Some people really beef with each other all the time. So it's like,
we didn't have people tell us that too. Like, that's why they kind of fuck with us, is because we don't, they like people on the outside that kind of see that we don't, we 617 records. If you think about it, it's been around for a long time. Like, a long time. We never split up. We never got into no argument on Facebook or whatever these people be doing nowadays. But, and I think that's why people fuck with us and continue to rock with what we're doing, because we keep it 100 with everything that we do and say with what's going on. You couldn't not too much can stop us. I'd say fucking a bullet and handcuffs is probably the only thing that's gonna, and even then, good luck. Because we're moving real presidential.
Nah, man, that's beautiful, man. And like I said, I see nothing but big things in your future. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are well on your way. And that brings me to what was this Main 3 video.
Main 3. So what's funny is that's actually the next question. So thank you for bringing that up. Yes. Perfect timing. Yes. Main 3. Talk about Main 3, because you're the first one on the song, my friend. First one on the video.
Well, you know, like I said,
the main character.
Like I said, if you didn't see the video, check it out.
Crazy.
It's on my page, bro's page.
It's a crazy video.
It's just about, you know, 3 cats that, you know, I grew up with. You know, we basically showing y'all, like, we here, we back in effect, just to let y'all know we're bringing in a different type of wave, different type of vibe. And as you can see, back then it was positive, but it's more like as positive as it could be, honestly. It gives you a different feel to make you feel like, I bet they're not really done with what they're doing. Like, and they honestly, we started a lot of shit out here, and I'm gonna keep it funky.
For real, yeah.
Started a lot of shit, started a lot of cats rapping that's doing this rapping shit now.
It's kind of undercover, but it's known with the people that know.
It's true, but you know, it's just keeping it funky. But
and that's dope, man.
You know,
because that's what people need.
We love what we do. You know what I mean? We do it for, you know, the people that love what we do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we never shade from how we are, and that's why I keep it how it is.
Yeah, we got some big shit coming out this summer. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with us. It's
and we got this tape coming together. Me, him, and K9. Honestly, we got this whole thing coming along.
We got our own tape together, and then he's given me the idea to branch off and do some individual projects, work on individual singles, individual videos. Things is going good right now. Like the YouTube is booming right now. What to do? Shout out to everybody that's rocking with What to Do.
Yes.
What to do is lit.
Yeah.
Y'all pay attention to that for real, yo.
Shout out to
I mean, the shit's ahead of its time.
Yeah. Another shout out.
Here, honestly.
Another shout out to my brother Scott. He's been helping me out.
Yeah, shout out to Scott, definitely.
And shout out to everybody that's been holding it down, because What to Do is doing pretty good, and I'm super blessed about it, for real. And I can't wait to see what the future holds, man, for real. It's dope.
It's exciting, man.
And 617 Records is on there. Our page is looking kind of fly.
I feel like it's bringing in a different type of like way to like the like, you know, community, because people don't really know about like people that do websites. Like that's different. Like when you talk about, oh, I'm about to build a website. I remember when you first said that, I'm like, yeah, like, you really gotta build a website? And when you did and when you started it, it was, you know, it was a start off. You didn't even know what you was doing in the beginning. And it was just like, I'm not gonna stop. He wasn't gonna stop at nothing. Like he kept going.
What to do? What the fuck? No, I didn't know what the fuck.
And then honestly, built. How many stores you got? How many stores you got in there now?
I don't even know.
See, and that's and before it was like last time I checked, it was like 4. It was 4. Yep.
When we first launched, we had like 6 businesses, and we're at somewhere around over 40. We got the Meta Mall that got 5 stores in it.
40. Over 40. You didn't even say 40. Over 40.
And shout out to everybody that's on the music page as well, because that's of course like it's the music page is like a separate platform. It's for the artists, of course. We got a bunch of artists on there. We got the trending artists on there. Shout out to You May Regret, Radar. Shout out to Constant Music. Shout out to Black Picasso, who's been doing his thing. Lizzo 4, Millie's, of course. Couple other artists as well. You know, Bia is doing her thing. You know, aside from the gang, but yeah, of course, you know, DMode and K9, they got some shit coming out this summer. It's looking real good. I'm gonna spin the bin one more time. I got some more music coming too.
But definitely got some good shit. You always got definitely in the cut. We try to keep it all discreet. Like I know my tape, honestly, my EP took like a couple years to finish. Honestly, so
what we do is we really work. Yeah. Like we work. We don't post it. We sometimes I'll post about it. I'll post the screen real quick of me in the studio, but like
once, but then you'll never see
that. Like we really work. Like,
it'll just be like
me, him, K9. We'll link up 4 to 8 times before we even talk about anything. Like we done linked up 6 times. There's 8 songs. Now we're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, and I think it's better because instead of just always being so annoying with releases and a song and a single and this and that, like now we try to wait it out. K9, what you doing? Like DMode, what you doing? Come through. You know what I'm saying? Today, just before this podcast, it was recording, finishing up a song. No one knows that until now. Hey, you better.
Exclusive.
But yeah. But shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us for real. 617 Records, What to Do. Big things coming this summer.
Oh, yeah, big movies coming, man. Y'all not ready for that, man.
Shot by Solo Dexter. And of course, my dog Big Kev, you know what I mean? TMI Podcast. You know, for real.
Crazy.
You know, we got some big things going on this summer. You know, we're thinking about relocating to a bigger studio. That's gonna be pretty.
That's gonna be eventful. There's gonna be a lot of big things coming with this podcast.
Yep.
We're definitely gonna try to get some good guests on here.
Yep.
Keep you guys entertained, educated. Send out them positive vibes. You know, we always here, man. Always here for them positive vibes, man.
Questions, anything that you can ask us, anything. You know what I'm saying? We always here. It's just never negative. I don't know. I just can't. I felt it. That's why I took the time off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't even me. It was just my surroundings. You know what I mean? So I had
it's like, you know, when you've been through so much shit, you don't want to go through that shit no more.
Yeah, you're just like, yo, shut off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes you just got to recharge. Yeah.
Shut off and go away.
Yeah.
That's what I did, bro.
So we're going to hit you with the last question. This is, I feel like, the most important question of the whole episode.
Yeah, well, this is
one of them.
This is what I've wanted to know, because like we talked about off air, is like, you know, for me, well, all right, we'll get into what we're going to talk about, and then we'll talk about what we were talking about. But so, Mr. Graba.
Okay. Drum roll, please.
What,
I wish I had a drum.
Don't know about Mr.
But my guy DMode, Mr. Graba, talk about it. What's going on?
So for those that don't know about Mr. Graba, I already explained it to this fellow. This fellow already knows, and we've already, you know, had our test of the day of Mr. Graba. You know what I'm saying? Graba. And it's just a combination of 3 different types of graba. You know, crushed leaf, is what they usually say, or, you know, burnt down tobacco that I put in, you know, into work and turn into grabba for, you know, people that want it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I got 3 different types. You know, basically I say 6, but it's 3. Burnt, not burnt, and you know, it gives you that punch that you want. You know what I mean? And like I say, I'm not knocking Fonto either. I'm just trying to make it easier for everybody, so it's not too hard for them to have to do it themselves.
Okay, all right. So you the plug.
Yeah, basically.
All right,
I try to make it so that,
because like you know, for like an OG like me who's been smoking weed since like 1992, right? Since the year you were born, right? So the year you were born, I started smoking weed regularly. Like I tried weed at like 11 in 91, but around like 92 when Dr. Dre's Chronic album came out.
That's
perfect time.
I ended up smoking down the Cape at the campground that I go to.
Oh, hell yeah.
I ended up smoking with one of these kids to that album, and it continued through the whole summer. And it was into the Snoop Doggy Style album.
It continued.
So like I've been smoking since 92, 93, like heavy. You know what I mean? Like heavy. And as we would roll like Vegas and Dutch Masters and shit like that, we would unravel the leaf and we would take off as much paper as we could to make it like a nice tight fit, and then you perfect it with the leaf.
okay.
So like when I heard about this grabba stuff that like these kids do nowadays, where you're like essentially like adding like more tobacco, because like in my defense as an old timer, some of these kids that I work with, they literally like have a Fonto, put some weed in it, they put some grabba, they put some grabba on top, and then they roll it up. And I'm like, that's just that's just more on top of more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So our goal was to always kind of like make it less paper so that it tastes more like weed and less like a blunt, so that it was different for us. So when I heard about the grabba originally, when these kids started, I was like, what the fuck is the purpose of this shit?
Yeah.
But then like I kind of get it, because it's basically like, you know, like some people kind of use it like a spliff.
It's like,
you know what I mean? Because like a
spliff.
spliff. Well, yeah, because like for people who don't know what a spliff is basically a joint with tobacco in it with the weed. You know what I mean? So like, you know, that's basically
like
what it is.
new-
Is like now kids are actually like smoking spliffs.
Yeah.
But like for me, so I not only did I smoke weed heavy, but I used to smoke Newports, and I smoked since I was.
That's where it comes into play too. Where if you're a cigarette smoker.
So I used to smoke a lot back in the day. So like, you know, we never really needed that extra kick because we didn't really, you know. But now all the kids are vaping and shit anyway, which is totally different from smoking a Newport. So like, it's just, it's a different time now and a different shit that's going on. It's just kind of weird to me. That's all.
Yeah.
So like when I first heard about the grabba, like in general, I was like, what the fuck is this? I kind of get it, but I still like, you know, like I smoked your J. There was nothing wrong with that. And like I told you, there were some dudes that like that shit is. I'll hit it and be like,
yeah, it's when you throw it in a Fonto,
you know, like some of it's off, and even
disgusting.
some of the kids, because what they'll do too is like they'll take the sheet, but some of them will put like the strip of Fonto in there and still put grabba in there with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's still just a little bit too much for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm just, again, especially after I stopped smoking cigarettes, and I switched from blunts to joints. Yeah. So now for me, like, now when I hit that shit, it's like super harsh because I'm not used to that punch anymore because I don't have the nicotine on a daily basis. Yeah. I don't have that regularly
like
in
an
my
all
lungs.
Natural smoker.
Right. So I'm kind of like an organic smoker. You know what I mean?
Yep. Legit.
So for me, like it's man, I'll go to some of my boys' barbecues and shit because you know all my dudes is from the hood. And everybody smokes like woods and Fontos, and I'll go to barbecues and shit and be smoking with dudes all night, and then like the next 2 days, my throat will be on fire,
perfect
bro.
Example. This is where I'd love to throw this out, right? Is because I fully understand where you're coming from, right? So like when I used to live in Florida when I was younger, people used to smoke trees wraps and these fontos that were coming out
with the banana leaves.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell
I think they were the banana. Some shit is dope.
So
yo. I got them. They're dope.
So, but you know, summer days, it's hot like that. Them shits kill.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even when I was smoking with him, K9, shout out to J. Soul, huge shout out to him too. So when they first started doing it, I was looking at them like they were crazy because I'm just regular small fonto, smoke a fonto. I'm a fonto smoker. You know what I'm saying? But then I keep seeing them doing the raw, mostly all weed, and then you throw the little crop on there. So I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? You know what I mean? But I'm realizing that okay, it's the fonto just dried that out, and they're throwing the fonto. So it's real. I'm like, that's what got me into it. I'm like, this isn't like, and this is where he wins a little bit because it's not the tobacco. It is the tobacco industry, but it's kind of like a new wave.
Mm-hmm.
It's because what people are doing, and like he said, we're not knocking smoke. The only reason why I'm talking to is because I'm huge shout out to Smoke Right Fonto. A lot of people don't know this. I'm the president of promotions for Smoke Right Fonto. Like I said, legit company. Shout out to Val. Love you, sis. You already know the vibes. But it's an all natural Fonto that's broken down into just Fonto bits instead of like tobacco. So it might be like a new wave that's not even created yet. That's what when he was telling me this idea, I said, "You're going somewhere because this might be a new wave." You know what I mean? Because it is a new wave.
You just better figure out a way to like make it yours before somebody. You know what I mean?
People have it out right now, which is crazy, right? But so I have like
you got the good grabber,
actual. Like official, like people out here probably not going and getting it by bulk. They're probably doing the same thing I used to do. So I seen Fonto has their own jar, and I was like, "There's no way," because I bet you it's not this. I bet you it's probably not burnt, and it's probably not gonna get the same taste that I have in any of the 3 types of grapples that I have. Mm-hmm. And mine's is like official, and like most of them been steamed or not steamed, and all of them were hot or not.
Well, yo, and I mean, I saw your video and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you was kind of showing a little bit of what you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
In the lab with
and I appreciate that, yo. Like I said, I don't fully, get with the wave and shit, but like you were right when we were discussing the fact that like that was kind of the smoothest one that I've had out of the ones that I've smoked. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you taking the time to like actually make a quality product, because there are some motherfuckers who'll be like, yo, let me just try to like rip some shit up if I can throw it in a pack. You know what I mean? Like, like just on some old lazy, let me try to make a quick buck shit.
No, but
but like you actually put some effort to try to make a good quality product. And that's important. You know what I mean?
I don't even care about the money, honestly.
Like, well,
it's just about the fun.
And that's how I am with my hustle too. You know what I'm saying? Like with my little couple of side hustles, it's not about making the big money. It's about making sure that people are getting something at a good quality price. You know what I mean? Because there's too many people
spending money
who want to take so much advantage of it. Like bro, I told my daughter if she wants to make good money, because we live on a busy ass street. And I told my kid, if she wants to make money when she's not in school during the summer, she can literally sit outside with a cooler with her grandmother, right? And sell waters all day, right? Now, peep steez, I broke down the math for her, right? At BJ's, you can get a 40 rack, right? You can get a 40 rack for, I think it was like $6.50 or $7.
Oh, yeah.
When you broke it down, it came out to like 15 cents per bottle. So if you sold it for $1 a bottle, you're making 85 cents per bottle.
Real,
you know what I mean?
Real. That's how you teach entrepreneurship.
85 cents a bottle. Now, when you add that up, she has enough money off of that one initial bottle, one initial pack, to go buy herself 2 more packs and still have pocket money.
Yeah, which is crazy because nobody's gonna want to say I want the rest of the change back. They're gonna let you keep that $1 if they give you that $1.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean,
it
would be $1.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. No. The price of it is $1. Her profit is 85 cents.
Yeah, okay.
You know what
that's
I mean?
like crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, her because the bottle cost her $15 and she charged $1, so she made 85 cents on that bottle.
$6 for how many bottles?
For 40.
Oh man, I'd love to be a little kid. Right
So I told her, yo, she can cake, yo. My street, like, yo, there's like,
oh yeah, good.
Like
location,
it's a 1-lane street that like the set of lights is like 10 blocks down, but like it gets so backed up because it leads to a main road that like literally cars
perfect setup.
Like literally are just sitting in front of my driveway, like all of those after work hours, yo.
Yeah. Like
she could literally sit there from 2 PM to 5 PM and probably make a good fucking $40-50 without trying.
Legit.
Without
easy,
trying.
Yeah, easy.
Right? And then rinse and repeat, yo.
And see, it's the youth, so people are gonna support.
Because like I said, when like so all right, so the only money you're spending is your initial $7 to get your case. Right? First thing you do when you sell the first 40 bottles is you give yourself your $7 back.
Right.
Now you just broke even. Now the rest of that fucking $33.
Yep.
Right? That $33 is all profit. Now you take 2 of those, right? $14, and you buy yourself 2 cases, and you still have $17 left over.
Just money up, and you still okay.
So now you either got that for pocket money or you stash it for whatever the fuck you want. And now you got 2 cases. You know what I mean? That are basically free.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like. So I told her, yo, I'm like, you can make dumb money, honey.
That's a great example.
Like
that's like
dumb money. But
awesome.
so the point of all of this is like, that's how greedy these companies are. So my one kid could buy 1 case at a time for 15 cents a bottle and make 85 cents per, charging $1. Right?
Word.
These companies like fucking when you go to Fenway and they charge like $4.50 or $5 for a fucking 20 ounce of fucking bottle. It's like, bro. You just made fucking $4 and some because they're not just buying a case. They're buying so much water. They're probably getting them for like a penny a fucking bottle.
Yeah.
So they're making like $4.99 per fucking bottle.
That's like crazy.
They're absolutely raping people. It's so egregious how people like how much money they make off of us, yo, and they don't have to.
When I really think about that,
but if they keep us where we are on purpose, yo.
And they raise it. From like
they always raising
it.
The
setup. It's like where you're gonna buy water.
Right. They're always raising it. Right. They don't allow you to. I don't know if you can bring shit in anymore.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But you used to be able to bring shit in.
That's crazy. You gotta say that.
But like that's what I'm saying is like my daughter can make good money just off of buying a case at a time at fucking face value. Imagine what these corporations are making, buying like fucking pallets upon pallets of water at a time. You know what I mean? They're giving it to them for like fucking 2 for a penny. You know what I mean? And they're charging, some of these places are charging anywhere from $2 to $5 a fucking bottle. You know what I mean? So they're making buco.
I used to work next to Fenway. I know.
Buco fucking dough, bro. You know what I mean? Unnecessary, bro. It's unnecessary. So that's what I like to try to do. When I call bud, I like to give people bud. I like to extend my shit. You know what I mean? If I know somebody who charges me $200 for an ounce, I'm getting it to you for $220 an ounce because I need a couple of dollars for compensation for my time.
Compensation.
It's compensation for my time. I don't mind hooking you up, but I mean, I'm taking time out of my day. You know what I mean? So I mean, I feel like at least $20 in my pocket is worth your time. You know what I mean? Like
that's not too bad. Just,
that's
a $20 referral fee.
I mean, come on, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm about. Like I try to make sure that people get a hookup on shit. Like I don't want people taking advantage of people. There's no need for it. Like you can still make money. Like why do you got to get rich tomorrow?
I feel that.
Yeah, I mean, like it doesn't have to be tomorrow.
It's in time.
Like the industry.
You know me. I'm always on that type of wave anyway.
The reason why I relate to that though is because actually, yes. So I wanted to definitely, we gotta do the tutorial.
Oh yeah, we about to put it
of how the DMode joint. But so I wanted to say
we can keep talking while we do
this. So I fully relate to that. So right, and the reason why I can like crazy relate to that is look at like. Not to be so upfront, but look at the industry I'm in, right? And fucking, let alone music, not just music, marketing.
Yeah.
Now we could talk about marketing and music, but with those two industries, you already know people be doing some shicey shit, especially in marketing. I'm over here making websites for people for $100 when people charge $500, $600, $700, $1,000. I be seeing crazy shit on Facebook. Sponsored post, $1,200 for your own custom website, free logo and SEO work. What? I'll do that for $150. What the fuck is wrong with people? And like it's just, like people just see this shit on Facebook and Instagram and they think there's these like. And shout out to those companies, they're getting their bread, but it's like, bro, why are you doing that? You don't need to do all that. And I'm looking at some of these things. I'm like, yo, that's the same thing that I just did. No offense, but like at the end of the day, it's like we need to look out for one another. We don't need to,
and that's the problem.
We don't need to see people and feed off of them like, oh shit, yeah.
Just 1% got us in the game where we're crabs in a bucket.
Yep.
You know, the moment somebody, you know, for the most part, not everybody, but for the most part, when somebody gets a little higher than you try to do something to knock them the fuck down, or you hope somebody knocks them the fuck down, or you know, it's a world of who the fuck can beat somebody the fuck else, yo. Exactly. When, you know, there's two important things. Is one, we all want different things to make us happy. Not every single one of us want the same thing. Because although some of us rock pairs of J's to be popular, that's not the forefront that's going to make a person happy internally. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's something that you do for other people for that facade. Yeah. But like what really makes a person happy, what makes you happy compared to what makes me happy is two totally different things most of the time. Yeah. You know, like I might like what makes me happy is maybe just fucking actually one of the most peaceful things that makes me the most happiest on this planet is rain. Rain is one of my favorite things on this planet. I like to sit like right there and listen to the rain and smoke something and relax and just listen to the fucking rain, bro. Yep. That is like, especially some like beating the shit out of the world rain, like some really angry fucking rain, bro. Yeah. Like that's that shit because you hear sounds you've never heard before. Hearing that in a forest would be amazing. Well, and that's the thing. My backyard is pretty much a fucking forest, Joe. There you go. And my in-laws' sun deck is basically like a patio to my back door. Okay. So I can sit right out my back door and just fucking not get wet and listen to the rain around me, bro, and just chill. Zen, bro. Connect with nature. Like zen. And that's what I'm all about, yo.
Speaking of connecting with nature, so step one was, what did you do? So I actually started doing it too. He crumpled the paper.
Step one, he hurt the paper.
Step one, he hurt.
He abused the raw.
The raw.
He crumbled it up like it was a dirty horn. He's reusing that bitch.
He just didn't throw it away.
No, but dude, so
use too much grabber in here too. Just like how you people use a strip, I use the same thing with grabber. Okay, so y'all should do the same thing so you don't hurt yourself.
There we go.
So I got a question. So why do you crumble the paper?
I crumble the paper.
Yeah,
because it burns the most.
Yeah.
And I also burn the paper too after I roll it.
Yeah. I just started doing that too.
So you can actually like get it burned. You know how when you burn like fire and you get that smell?
Yeah.
That like little smell, like a little. If you don't burn it too much, you know, obviously if you burn fire, you get that burnt charcoal smell. But if you just burn it and get that nice first smell, that's what you basically will like feel.
It's like what you get is like a hard, stiff blunt. So when you hit it, it's almost like a cigar. It's like it's just puffing instead of it being like wet.
Well, because we always crumbled the paper because it helps with better airflow when you're smoking the joint.
Oh yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Extra punch. Part 2 coming soon.
But while we're on this grabba subject, let's talk strains. What's some of your favorite strains?
My favorite strains. Let me think. Damn, because there's been so much freaking weed, bro. I remember, like, honestly, I remember the KB and like Dro days and like 08 and all that. So it's like there's been so many days. There's been so much weed.
So
you know what I mean?
You know,
coming up.
I know.
I miss 08 sour.
I know because for me, I've seen the evolution of fucking like Mexican brick weed, where you have to peel off layer by layer, and you got to separate the seeds in a fucking like shoebox with a credit card.
It's raining seeds.
It's fucking raining seeds. But I've seen that evolution to when like Cypress Hill introduced like hydroponics to the world, and there was the hydro, and then there was the purple haze and the fucking kind bud, and but like so the funny shit though is like I was telling people, like when people tell me now that they got like ZA or PK, I'm like, it probably isn't.
Yeah.
Because most people, it's just a nickname for them now for like whatever weed that they have, yo, as long as it's like hitting hard. They're like, yo, this that ZA, bro. And I'm like, bro, it makes me laugh because I remember back in the Purple Haze days, you know, when it was called Purple Haze and then it switched to Piff. Yeah. And then everything became Piff. You're like, yo, you got that Piff. Oh, if it ain't Piff, I don't want it.
Yep.
You know, and it didn't matter what the weed was. It was called like
even
Piff
people
now.
was calling sour Piff.
That's what I'm saying,
anything,
yo.
as
That's
long as it was
that's
like
what I'm
hybrid,
saying.
it
It was like, yo, this that Piff. And it was like, I just thought it was funny that like these kids have done the same thing, but with a different word now. You know what I mean? With a whole different kind of like style. And I just thought it was, I just think it's hilarious that like now all these years later, there's this whole different vibe, but it's the same concept, but just in a different version of it. And it's just fucking, it's hilarious, man. I just, to see the evolution of weed has been crazy because there's a science to it now. Like, it's not like when I was working at the dispensary and like the old guys would come in and they'd be like, all right, give me the stuff with 30-something%. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, but what are you trying to take care of? What do you mean? I'm like, well, are you trying to sleep? You trying to get energy? You trying to focus? Are you like, what do you? No, I'm just trying to get fucked up. I'm like, no, I get that. We all want to get fucked up, but like, you know, are you sore? Are you looking to get some help? Like, you know, what are we doing here? Because like, yeah, we're all getting high, but we're all treating stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize when I was a teenager that, you know, I wasn't just getting high to get high, but I was treating my anxiety, my depression, my anger. You know what I mean? I was treating all of my insomnia that I not insomnia because I had some really good fucking nights. It's not that I couldn't go to sleep. It's just we stayed the fuck up all night. Like we was too busy.
It's not that I couldn't go to sleep.
Can I tell, dude? So quick fucking story. When I was a kid, right? Honestly, shit. God rest your fucking soul. God. So sorry to say this the way that I'm going to say it, but kind of a good thing my mom had passed away because I don't want her to hear this story. But so when I was a kid, bro, one of the first fucking things that I used to do when she would like let me stay at a friend's house is we would like take the train, like the last train from fucking his house in Cambridge to East Boston to Airport Station. And we would get out at Airport Station. We would go to Logan. And we would track down all those little carts that people put their luggage on. Because when you take those carts and you return them to the machine, they gave you like 50 cents every cart, yo. Because people used to pay like $2, $3, $4, whatever dollars to get the cart. And then, you know, they gave you a couple of cents back for when you return the cart. So that's why some people were like really like, no, I'm bringing my cart back. So we used to go around. We used to spend all night at Logan Airport. This is when we like first started smoking weed and didn't have a car, and you know we were broke from the hood. So if you didn't have a hustle, you didn't really have an allowance. So like you had to have a hustle if you wanted to support your habit. So we did crazy shit like go to the airport and take back carts and get fucking quarters all fucking night long. And then when our weed dealer woke the fuck up the next morning, we'd cop a fucking bag, bro. Like usually a big old bag. But the other thing we used to do was at the Museum of Science. They used to have this big old fucking thing that you had this little thing above it and you put a coin in it and it would go down and it would spin.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker would spin all the way down. Yeah. So me and my boys were these motherfuckers that would take like 3 McDonald's straws and like put them together and then take a big lump of fucking gum and stick it to the bottom of that bitch and then drop it down the hole and pick up all the fucking change, bro. We would
fucking legendary.
Dog, we would but that's the shit we were doing at like 13 years old. When we didn't have no fucking allowance, no jobs, you know what I mean? Like we were fucking doing all-nighters. We were fucking, stealing people's bikes and riding from fucking Everett to fucking
Yo,
Malden
word.
to Medford to Cambridge to
Word.
fucking, like, dude, whenever we wanted a bike back in the day, you just seen one and took one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Snatchies.
Seen one and took
Gone.
one. And then you ditched one for a better one. Or you kept it, gave it to a friend and got another one. Or you looked for one with pegs on them so you could ride with
You done
motherfuckers.
leveled up. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, stop it.
You leveling up with the bike life.
We did some crazy shit growing up, man. Shit that you can't do nowadays because the world's different.
Yeah, so different.
The world is so different.
Time right now, if I could do this.
Bro, we used to, y'all, I bet y'all don't even know, unless y'all do, but we used to do some shit we would call mushing. So, all right, we lived in like the port, you know what I mean, East Cambridge, and we went to school at the PBD school out in fucking, you know, like on the other side of fucking Harvard, you know what I mean, like NC. So we would literally spend most of the morning playing fucking Super Nintendo in my room, like either F-Zero or Mario or something. And then we would miss the bus on purpose during the winter. And then we would mush to school. So now what mushing is you would hook on to like a UPS truck or a cab or a bus or a pickup truck. And you would like use your feet to like sled down the street.
Yeah, Josh used to do that shit all the time.
Yo, we would literally mush from my crib in Cambridge all the way to fucking school, bro.
Josh used to do that shit all the time.
Yo, this shit was fucking so much fun back in the day.
Josh, I'll never forget. My cousin Kyle. My cousin Kyle did that shit in the coast at Riverside Pizza, right? Jumps on the truck. And fucking, so he got like forced to jump on the truck because it was like catching up speed. So he jumped on the truck and that shit took him to the whole other end of whatever after the coast. What's that? Alston or fuck wherever the hotels are. There's a couple hotels on the other end of the bridge, but that shit.
Oh yeah, the Alston Brighton
took him all the way over. I was like, you should have never got on that truck. This wasn't a regular truck. It was like a gas truck too. Than one of them big ass 18 wheelers. He didn't try to do that on one of those, and that shit started catching up speed. And he was like, "Oh!" And I seen him do the Superman on the back of the truck real quick, and he caught his feet on there, and he just hung on. I'm like, "Yo, that shit's not stopping. Like that's not stopping." And it just see him disappearing within the.
Dude, we used to in East Cambridge behind like the McDonald's Twin City Plaza. It's Save More, or used to be Save More Liquors. It's done. Oh, it's ready. It's ready.
I haven't clipped the rest yet.
Hi.
I gotta get closer.
Tutorial coming soon.
But yeah, so Save More Liquors is over there.
That's not a lot of gravity either, guys. So don't hurt yourself. Stop doing the fun.
Like, don't kill yourself.
Big Bro said, stop using the Fonso
save your lungs.
And the grabber. Y'all are bugging.
Yeah, don't double that.
I ain't never.
Yeah, that's double jeopardy.
Yeah.
Shout out my nigga Nugget because he kind of just made me kind of want to do this a little wave a little bit too because he started doing it first, but he started using the strip. I didn't use the strip, so I'm gonna give myself that. But Nugget, you got that.
Still fucking with the strips.
Got that
strippers.
Already.
But yeah, so behind Save More Liquors in East Cambridge was the train trestles, where they keep all the like broken down trains and where the Amtrak's rest and all of that shit. Yeah. Bro, we used to hop the freight trains over there all the time and go all the way out to like fucking Medford and Malden and different like legit like, bro, we did some crazy shit growing up, bro. Good old days before camera phones and internet.
The good old days.
Yeah, when kids were fucking kids, bro. When you played with your friends and you actually had a good time, bro.
You're having some fun.
You know, and it wasn't just like, yeah, I killed him.
No.
All right, he went down again, Billy. Like, bro. Like, I love video games, but like, fuck live, bro.
I feel like we was the last of that generation.
You guys were the last of it.
We had some fun.
Yeah, everybody born after 94 sucks.
We had some fun.
Fucking trash. You people. See, I look at it like this, right?
People.
I used to.
You people suck.
I used to stay in New York back then too with my peoples, and we used to go to Coney Island a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like early 2000s. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And then I had a cousin before the fucking towers fell. I had a cousin who managed. You remember? You know the Marriott that's out there. I don't know if it's out there still, but I know there was a Marriott that was right across the street from there.
Okay.
And my cousin managed it, so we used to be able to stay in like we was in the presidential suite one time, and we got to stay in there for a couple nights, and it was lit. Me and my brother, took. I had a lot of fun as a kid growing up. You know what I mean? I played like a lot of board games. I actually went out and played tag. Freaking, we used to call it Relivio. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what to tell you.
Relivio, Manhunt.
Manhunt.
Oh my God, Manhunt.
Manhunt. We used to freaking go crazy.
We talked about that. What was your favorite spot again? East Cambridge, Manhunt. Favorite spot to play Manhunt? Was it East Cambridge?
That wasn't really because where my mom lived. Where my stepdad lived over by fucking on Spring Street behind the Cambridge courthouse, to be able to fucking hide down and climb up to people's roofs and skip roofs to be
Cambridge
2 blocks
awesome
away.
just for that. Dude, remember when dude robbed the bank in Central Square? He would fucking jump on the roofs and because the houses, depending on where you are in Cambridge, the houses are just so close. It's like bang, bang, bang. Yeah. So they could just whoop, whoop, see you later. Jump it off. He had Cambridge hard as hell that day. I'm like, God damn, I can't do nothing out there.
Nah, not like the freaking marathon bomber. He had that shit even more hot. He
had
inside the house.
Lockdown.
You couldn't even go outside the house.
Word.
To go to the store to go.
We went to 7-Eleven to get some rollies. Yeah, we was like, and the cops are yelling at us, "Get the fuck in the house! Go in the house!
Trying to rash us.
We need some blunts.
I need to smoke. What are you talking about?
We need some rollies. Tell them to open the door.
So yeah, shout out to Mr. Grabber, and it's just it's something to help people out so they don't have to work too hard for themselves. You know what I mean? You're gonna end up smoking, burning most of your Fonto each time when you buy a pack of Fonto, and also using lighter fluid, and using also a strip of Fonto with the same pack of Fonto you're using. If not, shoot, you can.
Yeah, because it's like if you already smoke raws and you want the extra punch part 2 comes too, bro. You just.
See, that's why I just add like wax or some sort of dabs to my shit.
It's the same thing.
No, you got that.
Wow, I get THC.
I get the same concept.
That's a smack up.
Like the same like thought of it. Like so you understand like okay, like he's not trying to make me work too hard, like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I give like 3. I said I give 6 because it's dark and it's harsh and not harsh, but I'm honestly gonna just, figure it out from them. I honestly give like 6 different types. Maybe I might like dibble and dabble, like in between. You know what I mean? I might give you harsh. I might not.
Different shades of grabber.
Yeah, and then a tube won't even charge you nothing but what, $250, 1 tube.
Have that exclusive fucking series of 50 Shades of Grabber.
He gave me some grabber like just a little bit that lasted like weeks. Yeah, and I wasn't smoking Fontos at all like for like 2 weeks. I didn't grab Fontos, so it was like it's like a time saver almost.
Yeah, and it makes you even save bread too.
I'm sitting here playing Fortnite. Usually it takes me 10 minutes to roll a blunt because I'm trying to get the strip right and then do this and that. Fucking Fortnite, you know what I mean? I'm rushing right into the game to throw the grab in there, bang.
Shit.
Now I'm smoking a blunt. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna end this off. This was a great episode. Shout out to DMode. Shout out to my uncle Big Kev.
Yeah, shout out to Kev. Shout out to Noise. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to myself. Thank y'all for coming and seeing and watching and visualizing the realness of who we are actually. And hope you guys are tuned into the next episode of not just me, but whoever comes in. Appreciate my time and their time and space too as well.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you coming on and having some time with us.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's fun, man. That's fun. I appreciate the questions. I know there was a lot more, but we ain't got a lot of time. We got time.
We'll have some more coming up soon. You never know. We'll have a special guest, the DMode, the return.
I was gonna say we could definitely have a part 2.
We'll have a part 2.
The return. Dun dun dun.
Yes, sir.
Never know what's gonna happen next.
Yes.
But before we end this podcast episode, part 2. Shout out to Big Kev. Shout out to 44Noise. That's me. Shout out to DMode. we're gonna end this off right. With some artists that come up here, we're gonna do a live in studio performance. My homie DMode picked out a great song. That song is what? Do What I Want.
Yeah, thank you.
Is it? Yeah, Do What I Want. We got Do What I Want lined up for his in-podcast studio performance. Really good song. I wanted him to perform Word of Mother, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Demo been dropping that heat lately. Shout out to 617 Records. Been putting in that work.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna line this up, get it right. My homie got an in-studio performance. If you in here, shout out to everybody that was in here. Solo Dexter, B Loop,
And it's off for that.
Constant Music, K9, 617 Records, and everybody that tuned in.
You're not. And it's off of the Bro God EP coming out soon. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know now, you know. Actually, it hasn't been announced until now. So
now you know.
now you know.
New main.
That right now on YouTube, me, K9, 44Noise.
Definitely run those numbers up, bro. Run them numbers up.
Take care of that too, John.
Yes.
I like it too.
You know, you gotta get them numbers up. Nephew, I'm gonna take a piece of photo if you don't mind.
Getting this all lined up.
That's definitely a piece, bro. John, bring that light in, motherfucker. God damn.
Gotta get
I'm blind. What about me? All right, you ready, my brother?
I'm not ready.
We got Demo lined up for his in-studio performance. One hell of a song called Do What I Want. Let's get it, my guy.
I really don't do what I want.
Keep going forward. Guardians will forever bless. For those gone, keep me in this. Do what I want, that's my business. Never change, check my statistics.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I really do what I want. I've been straightforward, don't stop. I keep it real from the jump. I heard her twice, never once. Whoa, I'm eating beats like it's lunch. Talk about squad getting punched. I do not do this for fun. I really do what I want. Oh, as the team was with it. Ain't about drama, just minding my business. I know niggas that pop my skillet, and I know folks that's gone, they missing. We'll go up to heaven and visit. I'm a grown man, don't ask for mission. Always been missing, don't act different. Universal, my spirit's listen. A whole other rank. Pluck on me high, I might faint. My pocket style like a tank, you know. Also, you bougie and stank. Yeah, probably you might want the plane. Dog was hot, hip hop is for drinks. I got no time for a break. Yeah, I got patience, I don't wait. Don't slap beats, I'm with it now. Can't hold stuff and gotta let it out. Get the bread, took another route. Hold my head high, I'll never bow. And I'll be in the sky till I touch the ground. Like a joke to you clowns. Rare breed, got my own style. Been mature since I was a child.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I really do what I want. I've been straightforward, don't stop. I keep it real from the jump. I heard her twice, never once. Whoa, I'm eating beats like it's lunch. Talk about squad getting punched. I do not do this for fun. I really do what I want. Pants up, used to wear them low. I want a life, watch it grow. Everything is possible. Go through things, these obstacles. Bobbing weed till life do. Smoke, never did a line two. Lean in the Sprite, taste like candy soda. I got lit off the jungle juice. I can fight just a punch or two. If you jump in, you get jumped in too. Ain't got a flex, got some muscle too. Called them plays, safety made a move. Lost people with peace. That's fake though, messed up my mental. Do what I want, got my own schedule. God, I really do what I want. I've been straightforward, don't stop. I keep it real from the jump. I heard her twice, never once. Whoa, I'm eating beats like it's lunch. Talk about squad getting punched. I do not do this for fun. I really do what I want. Whoa.
Yes, sir.
With some grub in it.
Put some grabber in it. Hey, yo.
So that ends it off. Ooh, Hold on, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, figure out the tripod situation. Oh, figured it out.
That's what she said.
Both were popping up. I appreciate the time from Kev.
Yes, sir. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Good shit, DMode. Appreciate you for coming through.
You
TMI Podcast.
Yo,
Big Kev, Uncle, appreciate you.
Thank
Yeah.
y'all
Good
for
stuff as
allowing
always.
us to talk our ish.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get you back in the live for this outro. Hey, yo. Hey, you ready? Go ahead. You can. What's your name?
DMode.
Hey, yo, DMode. My name is 44Noise.
Yo, Big Kev in the building.
This is TMI Podcast. We out.
Yes, sir.